Hi guys, this is going to be the Janemba playtest session so that we can see if this leader is really good. I think that, in my opinion, this leader is really, really strong. Being able to generate a lot of Janembas using the field spell for only one energy, and it's not a limit one. If you just pay one energy, you can just play a Janemba that has an original cost of 6 from your hand. So you can kind of see the synergy with this deck right away. Being able to spam out 6 costs on literally on turn 3 or 4 is literally game winning. All those Janembas will have the ability to have critical. Most of the Janembas that you bring out with this deck does have the ability to have critical, and you pair this with the ability to play the Z. So using the Z extra Demon Blade, Demonic Blade, you can just remove this from play after you take it off the board, and then you can only use this ability either activate battle or activate main. If your leader is a Janemba card and you have a blue Janemba with an energy cost of 6 or more in play, and you remove this card from the game, place up to one dimensional hole or a lightning shower rain from your Z deck into the battle area, and then choose all of your Janembas with an energy cost of 6 or more, and those cards get +5. So this basically gives all of your Janembas a boost, and then boosting them to 24k because most of the Janembas in here are 19k, and then them being 19k going up to 24k means your opponent has to combo higher to get out of the attack. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. In order to awaken with this leader, you basically have to lose one of your Janemba that costs 2 or more by a skill or by being KO'd, and then that's how it alternatively awakens. It only awakens on your opponent's turn, but all of the Janembas are able to awaken. I mean, all of the Janembas that you play that are 2 costs are sent to the drop area anyways by their own skill, and that will proc your leader to be able to awaken on the following turn. Then you'll be able to draw 2 like most of the leaders. On the backside, when it attacks you, look at the top 5 cards for a Janemba card and add it to your hand. This way that this so you can just spam out copies of Janemba, and it doesn't really specify the cost, so then you're kind of good on that one. And then it also has the ability on your opponent's turn when one of your Z extra cards is placed in the battle area, draw 1 card and switch up to one of your mono blue energy to active mode. So this allows you to play defense on your opponent's turn because then you're able to untap an energy when one of your Z battle or your Z extra cards gets sent to the remove from play. Then you're able to draw a card and then also be able to tap energy. So that allows you to play things like Dimension Magic, such as pretty much Dimension Magic here to be able to untap an energy. And then you also play So there's a lot of different 6 costs. The one you want to start off with in your opening hand is going to be Psyche Demon. Any of the Psyche Demons, you can play the Rocking Out one, which came out of set 5, or you can get this one from this set, which allows you to look at the top 5 for Janemba. So he's kind of like a little bit weaker than this one in the sense that he can look at the top 7. This one can look at the top 5, but either or, you just definitely want to cantrip so that you can Z charge the Psyche Demon. And then by paying the 1 energy and the 1 Z energy, you can play one of these to start the Janemba Z battle, or the Janemba Z extra chain. So basically, they all get each other for free. I also play one copy of this one. It's not necessary to bring this guy out. Even though he does get reduced to 1 and 1 Z energy and 1 energy cost, he doesn't really have that good of an ability because you'd rather be paying that 1 energy to play another Janemba. So that's why there's only 1 copy in the deck. The weakest card in the deck for the Z extra is the Dimension Hole, as it only swaps the keywords, or it doesn't swap the keyword, but steals the keyword skill from one of your opponent's battle card, and then you just give it to one of your Janembas, and it'll gain that skill into the end of the turn. So ideally, you want to steal like a double strike or a triple strike, and then give it to your Janemba. Pair that with critical. You can pretty much go pretty hard with that skill. But the main ones that you're going to be playing is Demonic Blade, and also Lightning Shower Rain. Lightning Shower Rain restands your Janemba cards, so this allows you to activate blocker on those Janembas because I believe like one of the Janemba has blocker that's a 6 cost, but the rest of the Janembas do have blockers that cost 2. So the 2 cost Janembas all have blocker. All the 2 cost Janembas are able to have blocker, including this one as well. This one allows you to draw cards. This one draws a card, and this one looks at the top 5 for Janemba. And then you also have this Janemba here. I only played this copy so that I could burst 2 in order for me to have sparking. It's a free body that I can put on the board for 15k, so if I need that extra burst of attack, you can do that. And then it also takes your life down to 4, so you can use your super combos. There's no super combos in this deck. I think I just took the wrong deck list, but it's fine. fine. Ideally, these could be used as a super combo as well. You can give something 10k, and then with that 10k, you can make your Janembas go harder. So you don't need a super combos index. If I do put super combos, it would take out the Realm of the Gods, because it kind of does the same thing as a super combo. But yeah, this is just to showcase what the deck does, not really to use the super combos to the full extent. Okay. So we're gonna get started in the gameplay now. So we're gonna shuffle our deck. We remember we want our Psyche Demon to start off the game, and we did draw it, so that's really good. So we're gonna take away the shoe here, and we're gonna take out this one. This one's the promo that's coming out of the tournament pack. It's not necessary to play it because although it has an okay ability to be able to play on your opponent's turn because of the barrier around the check-in station, you can pay 1 energy on activate battle on either player's turn. Play this guy, and then you have to pay an additional energy to bottom deck a 6-drop on your opponent's turn. But it doesn't really have critical, and it doesn't really do much outside of that. So I might not need to have this at all in this game. So just bottom deck that. We're also going to bottom deck the D Magic, and we're going to keep the blocker. So we have a pretty good start so far. Okay, so we're going to start the turn off by charging the Psyche Demon. We only need one, and then we're going to pay 1 energy to play the Psyche Demon. And this is going to look at the top 5 for Janemba. That's blue, and so we're going to add it to our hand. Okay, I'm probably going to add this one because it does allow me to get another Janemba, but this is our boss monster. So I think I'm going to get the boss monster just so that I could show you guys how the deck works by turn 4. I believe he comes out on 4. Yeah, so you have 4 more energy, you can play this card for 2 energy. So you're going to save that guy on 4. You're going to shuffle your deck, and then you're going to pass your turn. On your opponent's turn, you're going to Z-charge this card so that you can start your Z extra chain. And then you're not going to take any life because they only have 1 attack. I'm going to untap. Okay, from here, you're going to charge the critical one. Okay, and then you're going to pay 1 energy to play this one because it gets cost reduced if you have 2 or more energy. This one lets you draw a card, and this one, it gets sent to the drop area on your opponent's turn. At the end of your opponent's turn, this will trigger your awakening. Looks like we drew the SCR here, but we're gonna attack here and then look at the top 5. And then we're going to add a Janemba here. We're going to add this Janemba because this Sake Demon is not a Janemba yet. Okay, we're going to shuffle our deck. And then we're going to pass. So if your opponent does try to attack you on the following turn, you actually want to block right away on the first attack. And this way that he does get KO'd, you can actually trigger the awakening. So you're going to alt face, you're going to draw 2. And then you're going to take 2 life here until you go down to 6. Okay, so he's going to die. And if they swing again, you can actually just activate battle here to, now that your leader is a silent demon, because it's only a silent demon on the backside, you can pay 1 energy here to play this guy. And then this way can actually get another blocker. So we're going to get another blocker here. We're going to get this one right here. This blocker right here allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your deck. And then you're going to look for another Janemba. We're just going to add this other Janemba here. Okay, we're going to shuffle. And then if they try to swing again, you can just block. Otherwise, this guy goes to the drop area. So we're going to fast forward to the next turn. So our turn starts again. Okay, we're not going to need this guy anymore because we have all the Genomes we need. So now at this point, we're going to pay 1 energy here to send the Sake Demon. And then we're going to get the Z chain going here. Okay, perfect. Okay, now that we have a Z extra card, we're going to have to spam out copies of Janemba here. So we're going to get the one that has critical by paying 1 energy. We're going to play this guy. This is a weird deck because you want to develop first before attacking. Usually that's not a good rule of thumb, but this is a deck where it utilizes this really well. So if you're playing against yellow, I guess it's okay to not develop and then use his ability because you want to get maximum value out of the Demonic Blade here. Okay, so this is going to get a +5 critical. So we're going to play the 1 more energy for this one since there's only a limit 1, but we play this on our opponent's turn. We're going to use his ability here to play another Janemba. This Janemba here is going to allow us to draw a card. So that's what we'll do. We're going to draw a card. Okay, at this point, we can remove the Demon Blade from the play and then give everybody a +5. So this will be a 24. This will be a 29 critical. This will be a 24, and this will be a 15. So we do have a lot of pushes we can do. In other instances, you can actually play the Janemba that has critical. You can also play this Janemba here that has a 15k, but there's also a vanilla Janemba here that's also 20k. So it really depends on the situation how you want to do it. I'm just going to go with this one just to show you what it does. So yeah, we're going to start off with a crit. So they're going to take 29 crit. You can pretty much swing with everybody. Oh yeah, also forgot to put in the next blade here. So we're going to put this blade here. So this one right here, the Lightning Shower Rain, can restand my blocker. So I can restand this Janemba here so that I can block with it. Also, if this gets removed on my opponent's turn, I'm able to untap an energy and draw a card. So yeah, pretty much it. We're going to attack with here, look at the top 5. Okay, we're going to add this Janemba since we don't have it already. Okay, we're going to shuffle our deck. So we pretty much have a healthy big board by turn 3, which is pretty strong. Then on your opponent's turn, they're going to attack your leader. Activate battle, you're going to send this off to restand one of your blockers. That's going to trigger this ability to draw a card and untap an energy. And then you also have D Magic 2 to be able to negate an attack if you really need to. Most likely you're just going to do this to draw a card and bottom deck something, and then you're gonna block with this guy. If you don't block with him, he gets sent to the drop anyways. Doesn't matter. All this is getting preserved. When you did the Shower Rain, you're just gonna basically play the Demon Sword again. Okay, so the Demonic Sword comes out, and then by next turn, you can just pretty much play more Janembas. Yeah, so just pretty much it. It just spams a bunch of Janembas. That's pretty much what it does. So you pay 1 energy to play this one. Um, yeah. They'll all get 1k. This one get 2 because it's ability. You can also play this one, so pay 2 energy for your 8 drop. This one basically attacks 3 times because it's able to switch to active mode once per turn. You're gonna switch it to the 3rd time using the Shower Rain, so that's what we're gonna do after we use his ability. But make sure we develop first. So we're gonna develop the blocker here. So we have all our Janemba here. With the Demon Sword, we're gonna make them all pretty much large. Okay. So this is 30k, I believe. Yep, 30k critical. So we're gonna hit with the criticals first. We're gonna hit 30k critical, 29 critical, restand him. Oh yeah, when we remove the demonic sword, basically play another one. We're gonna play the shower rain. Okay. And then you can attack again, and then use the shower rain on activate battle to restand him for the 3rd time, for the 2nd time, sorry. Attack again for critical. Like you guys get the idea here. It's not much different. Yeah, when we do the shower rain, we can play this one. We want to make sure that the chain isn't messed up, so because this only gets the other names, so make sure you don't mess up on the order. I just don't want to show you guys how fast the deck is. And then attack with him. Look at the top 5. Yeah, pretty much it. Not much to say about this deck. It does what it needs to do. Okay, so by the time that your turn starts again, you probably have used this ability to remove a keyword from your opponent's skill. You're going to use this ability to untap an energy and draw. Oops. And then you can use that energy for negation. I'm most likely going to use this for an activate battle. Uh, yeah, I can use this for an activate battle to play a blocker. And then he blocks an attack. Like, there's a lot of things you can do. Um, and then you can also use sparking too. And this doesn't remind you, I'm still at 6 life, so I can do a lot of things. I can sparking negate, untap 2 energy, and then I can use activate battle again to bottom deck an opponent's card using this card, which is the promo. By paying 1 more energy, I can bottom deck a 6 cost. Yeah, it's pretty insane what this deck does do. Very critical, heavy, very swarmy. Now the demon swords are all gone. I'm most likely just going to be attacking twice with this. So yeah, pretty much that's how the game works. If I charged an energy, I can Z-charge. I can use this Gohan here to basically crit a life if my opponent has more cards in their hand than I do, which is possible. But yeah, you can do that. So yeah, I don't think there is any more. The only thing I haven't gone over is the Z battle, which you can just pay for 1 Z energy and send this off to the drop. And this one right here, when it's played, you get to bottom deck at 3 costs or less on your opponent's side. And then on you or your opponent's turn, when one of my opponent's battle card is placed on the bottom of the owner's deck, you get to switch an energy to active mode. So there's not much cards that do that except for this, but you can definitely use it. But yeah, it's pretty swarming. You guys gotta get the idea. The critical blow seems to be pretty broken as is. So yeah, you can pretty much guess on what it does. You can do this. I think it bounces everybody here. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards. Never mind. So yeah, you can pretty much have that. You can also play this too for free, as you can just bounce back a Janemba here. Let's bounce back let's bounce back this one. Okay, and this one hits for 15 by bursting 2, of course. Draw into the drop area. Okay, so we did that, and then we pay 2 more, play this guy, attack Attack, attack, critical, critical. He also has his ability to be not be able to remove by your opponent's skills, so that's also cool. You can combo with this. I mean, yeah, this deck's pretty crazy, as you guys can tell, as most decks from Critical Blow is. But yeah, that's pretty much the gameplay video. I pretty much vomited a bunch of battle cards, so you guys can get the idea that this deck is pretty aggressive. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The next one will be the Blue Gogeta deck, so stay tuned for that one. Peace.